Hello, yoga teachers. How are we doing? I'm going to give it a little while. Hello, how are we doing? Hi, yoga teachers. I'm going to give it a little while to give people a chance to get some notifications that we are, well, I am live in the group. I feel like I haven't done this for ages. It hasn't been that long ago actually, but I thought it was a good opportunity to come on here and connect with you in this group in case you haven't, heard my voice in a little while. But hopefully I will be able to see any comments. So please do pop a comment if you are seeing this. Sometimes I see them, sometimes I don't, which is really annoying. I don't know. I think it's like, I don't know if anyone has this on their MacBook Air or like using Chrome or something, but sometimes I don't always see the comments until a bit after. So don't let that stop you from commenting. If you are watching this live, then drop a comment. And if you're not watching it live and you're watching it on the replay, do comment and pop any questions. But let me know how you are. Yeah, let me see if I can see who is here. Yeah, we'll just give it a few moments. Tell me who is watching, who is here in the group. It is Friday. What does Friday look like for you? Is it a slower day? Have you got loads of classes? Oh, that's me dropping my phone on the floor. That wasn't clever. If you got a busy day ahead, or are you starting the weekend? Before I get started on today's Facebook Live coaching session, I'm going to be talking all about imposter syndrome. I'm going to talk about that in a minute, but next week I also have a really exciting yoga teachers retreat at Merkabah, which is in Blandford in Dorset. Merkabah is the most incredible venue. It is so dreamy. Those of you who have been there, I mean, most of you who have been there have then gone booked a yoga retreat there because you just love it so much. So I'm doing an afternoon yoga teachers retreat at Merkabah next Friday. It is an opportunity for us to come together as teachers. We are going to do a lovely yoga teachers practice, kind of blend of all sorts of things that we want to bring to the table. I'm going to keep that quite open to see how we feel on the day and what that's going to look like. So I like to keep, when I work with yoga teachers and their practice, to see what you want to bring to the day and how you're feeling, and then that will shape what we're working through the practice, whether you want it challenging or more restorative. We want a bit of both. We want free flowing. We could do some mandala vinyasa. Oh, there's all sorts. We're then going to do some yoga business coaching together. We're going to have a lovely deep relaxation sandbar session. We can have some tea and some treats, and then we are going to hang out in the pool, in the hot tub, in the sauna, and spend the afternoon there at Merkabah just soaking up the atmosphere. The Shala is incredible. It has an infrared heated floors. It's super cozy. So if you're interested in that, drop me a message and I will send you the details. We've got spaces left. And it'd be really great to see you there. Yeah, so that's next Friday. It's like 1:30 till 5. So that's a nice opportunity for us to connect together. So I'm going to talk to you today about imposter syndrome. And I have mentioned this before. This is something that I talk about a lot. So those of you who may not have connected with me through my trainings, my mentorship, or my coaching, I work a lot with mindset with yoga teachers. So rather than giving you like those sort of or kind of like cookie cutter formula for doing your Instagram or social media, I work with you in supporting you to be able to do that, but also supporting you with your mindset. Because when we work with the mindset, when we feel that we are being seen and heard and feeling empowered, we can tackle or approach things like our social media strategy with more confidence, in a much better place. What tends to happen if you work with just, this is how you do a post, or here are some examples. I see a lot of people do a lot of similar things because perhaps you've got templates from somewhere. Maybe, I see a lot of people using templates that are given from different places, and so it can look quite samey and you're not really sure why you're using this template. It might be because you're thinking, well, that's what was given, so you use a Canva template, or you are following a formula but not really stepping into your power and getting into the deep rooted mindset work of how you approach sharing your message, how you approach showing up online, how you step up and teach in a room. So it's not often, I really believe actually it's not just that when you're starting out teaching that you might feel a little bit lacking in confidence, and then that can relate to perhaps classes being a bit quieter, and it's not just as simple as I need to then do like more social media, I need to just be doing more posts. It's actually like working on the mindset, working in how you're feeling within yourself and how you're approaching your classes. I know this because this changed everything for me in my yoga business, in my yoga teaching. When I worked on my mindset, when I changed how I was feeling in my mind and how I was approaching my teaching, everything shifted. My business completely changed. So it wasn't just that I needed to do more posts, posting Instagram every day to get people into my classes, and I needed to do paid ads, and I needed to put more classes on and do them at more times. It's actually the mindset of what I was trying to share, what my intention is in my yoga business, and who I am as a teacher. So actually, when you start to work on those points, they can sometimes be lost with the sort of strategy or those formulas for showing up. And when we work on those aspects, you suddenly find that you are coming from a place of authenticity. Everything sort of flows a bit more naturally. So I thought I would share on here about imposter syndrome, because a lot of you teachers have sort of flagged up that this is something that you're finding quite challenging. So yeah, like I know because a few of you that I've seen recently, you just finished your yoga teacher training, and this is like a prime window of feeling like masses of imposter syndrome. It's totally normal, by the way. So I want you to know right now, if you're feeling like a fraud when you try and do your classes or show up online, and you're feeling those uncomfortable feelings, it's totally normal. It's really normal. It's really normal when you finish your yoga teacher training. But exactly the same. I remember teaching my first class after my yoga teacher training and feeling so tearful after, so tearful and nervous before. I thought, do I even really want to do this? Like, why am I doing this? This isn't even enjoyable. I feel so scared about being up in front of a room of people. I don't feel confident. I don't know what I'm doing. I doubted myself so much that I didn't even think that it was worth pursuing. That is totally normal to feel like that. And it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to stay that way. Okay, it doesn't have to be like that. So I know some of you have flagged up, you're feeling that way, you're feeling those feelings of imposter syndrome, you're not feeling confident. But I want you to know that we all feel it. And the difference is sometimes like knowing if you're feeling it or if it's holding you back. All right, are you feeling it? Which is normal. We're all going to feel it. I feel it even now sometimes when I do things like, or totally like it will come up, and I'll explain how I work through that. But you might feel it, and then think, is it holding you back from doing what you want to do? Is it stopping you? Is it stopping you enjoying the process of teaching a yoga class or setting up a yoga retreat? Is it stopping you from those goals, your dreams, things that you want to work towards? So I want to ask you that question first. And if you're watching this and you've got your journaling pad, this is your first question. Just identify if those feelings, all those feels around not being confident, are stopping you. Are they stopping you? So think about that. Is it stopping you from doing what you want to do? And I've had people think that, well, why would you feel like that? You're a yoga teacher, aren't you going to feel confident all the time? And it's like, no, not at all. Like, this is a whole process. There's a reason why we feel it, and I'll come on to that now. So we're going to start to now look at identifying the feeling of this lack of confidence or feeling like an imposter. It's when you doubt yourself and doubt your abilities. And it's when we have an inability to assess our competence in what we're doing. We feel like, oh, we're not able to do it good enough. We're not good enough for someone else. So we're identifying that feeling, and quite often, one of the reasons we feel like an imposter, we don't want to show up for lack of others, is because the journey of teaching yoga creates a lot of vulnerability, doesn't it? Yeah, I think a lot of you would agree with me. It's really life changing. So you can feel very, very vulnerable when you show up online. Yeah. So it's very much that you are going to feel very vulnerable when you step forward as a yoga teacher. You'll maybe be sharing things you're really passionate about. So then we have these feelings of doubt because we're feeling a little vulnerable, and that's totally normal. And that's the beautiful thing about teaching yoga, is this vulnerability. And again, you don't have to share everything that you're going through when you're a yoga teacher. I know that there's a lot of amazing yoga teachers out there who share with such raw honesty. It's fabulous. I love that. But it's not for everyone, and you don't have to do that. You only have to share and show up as much as you feel comfortable doing. But again, ask yourself, are you not showing up because you feel like an imposter, your lack of self-confidence, or have you set your boundaries around how you're showing up? So I want you to journal or meditate and think about and identify the feelings that are coming up for you. What is it that you're feeling? What is it that's coming up for you? Is it a fear of the class failing, or people not going to show up, being found out, like you're a fraud? And you've got these feelings of anxiety and self-doubt and worry. So we've got all these feelings. These are all the different types of imposter syndrome. So when you're feeling stressed or insecure, and then sometimes we think that believing getting support is a sign of weakness. You sometimes we feel like we haven't got enough knowledge. Does any of this resonate? Sure it does. Like not feeling you've got enough knowledge, feeling like you need to do more teacher trainings to get the knowledge. And then maybe avoiding some job opportunities because you're not sure you're ready to do it. I spoke to even an amazing yoga teacher last night about her doing some Groove yoga things with me. And she said, I think I need to be a bit more confident about teaching. It's like, you've got it though. You can do this. Like you can step forward and do it. So it's like finding that confidence and believing in yourself, because I can see your potential. I can see how great you are. Can you see it? So it's sitting with the feelings, journaling and thinking about like, what is coming up for you? What is this about? There's often many root causes for this. So there could be deeper work that needs to be done and looked at, maybe some inner child work where we feel afraid of showing up. But sometimes, it's that there may be levels of deeper work, and it may be that you're lacking confidence because this is new to you and you're feeling super vulnerable showing up. So writing down and thinking about those feelings is really important. I think it's really important to identify how you feel. So we've talked about loads of those things which are not very positive because they're feelings but that feel quite confronting, but it's really important to do that. It's not important to avoid it and not avoid tapping into how you're feeling and what's showing up. So rather than thinking everything's got to be like good vibes only or only positivity, I don't believe in that. I think it's really important to tap into how you're actually feeling, recognize it, hold it, and then work through it so that you're feeling into what's coming up for you. Now, the next phase of this, so we've identified how we're feeling, is to reframe it. And this is what I do with most of the yoga teachers that I work one-to-one with or on my mentorship with. I don't work with any of them with the coaching. It's not just yoga business coaching because they want to run retreats and up level their business, but actually it's about reframing and working with them to step into feeling really empowered in their teaching to be able to make those dreams happen. So how do we reframe? So we've identified the limiting beliefs. So everything we just spoke about or those fears that are coming up, they're limiting beliefs. They keep you limited, they keep you stuck, they keep you in one place. And there are many factors why we have these limiting beliefs. It could be from historically growing up, or things that have happened to us, or they could be new feelings. But these are called limiting beliefs, and they stop you expanding. So when we reframe, we start to be able to move into a place of expansion. So who is saying these limiting beliefs? I think this is a really big question, a really important one. I'm going to give you a moment to think, who is saying these limiting beliefs? If you're here watching, do pop a comment. Let me know if you're watching live. It'd be really good to see who's here. Tell me who's watching. I'll have a little bit of my coffee, much needed after like a really busy week. But so I've left you with a thought, like, who is saying these things? Who's saying these limiting beliefs? Well, I hate to say it, but it's you. It's you. You're saying them. No one else is saying them. No one else is saying these limiting beliefs. It's you. So sit with that for a moment and recognize that it's you that's saying those things. And then ask yourself, would you say those things where you're like, perhaps you have those thoughts that run through your head, oh, I'm going to be rubbish at teaching, or I'm probably going to mess that up, or I'm probably not going to remember my secrets, or that wasn't any good. You would never say it to your friend. I've watched all of you yoga teachers, especially when you're on teacher trainings with me, and you're so supportive to each other. You're rallying around, giving each other such great praise and support. So you wouldn't say that to each other. You wouldn't say, hey, you're probably going to mess your class up, or that's probably not going to be a very good sequence. You never would be saying that. You're so supportive to each other. We're such a great supportive community. So you're saying those things, and you wouldn't say them to your yogi friends, your yoga teacher friends, would you? So why are we saying them to ourselves? Yeah, really big thing to think about there. So how do we reframe it? Okay, so your task to reframe it is you take your journal and you celebrate your successes every day. You celebrate a yoga teacher success every day. You write one down, which can be, I celebrate that I had 2 people come to class. 2 people did yoga with me today, and they would have felt amazing. So rather than thinking, oh, my class is totally failing because I've just started doing a class and only 2 people came to my Zoom class, so I've obviously messed it up because I kind of wanted about 20. Like, change that narrative. Change that narrative. You'll be like, okay, I've just started Zoom classes. 2 people turned up. That's amazing. Okay, that's really good. I'm really positive that I helped 2 people. Or I'm so happy I launched my course and on the first day I had 1 person sign up. That's amazing. Because, when you start a course, we have these ideas of comparing ourselves, your step 1 to somebody else's step 10. And thinking that when you're going to launch a course, you're going to get 50 people sign up. Look, unless you've got a database of like tens of thousands of people, and it's not always going to it's not going to happen that way. It's going to take time, slowly working to build up that relationship. And actually, if you launch a course and 1 or 2 people sign up, that's great. It's an amazing start. That's amazing. So be really happy for and celebrate that. Celebrate that 1 person has trusted you and signed up. So reframing that idea of a failure and reframing it so that it's part of your success. Yeah, so that's really essential, is to celebrate your successes daily and reframe things that you might think initially are not a success and see that they really are. Some things, it's words like, I'm glad someone chose to work with me. So using those words, I'm glad someone chose to work with me. And sometimes, this is really interesting as well, is when things don't work out, I say to that, and this happens to me when some things don't work out, I'm like, I'm really glad that went that way because it's showing me to another place. I'm glad that maybe that one-to-one person didn't book with me because it gives me more time and energy to work with someone who is my dream client. Or maybe a class at a gym didn't work out for you. well, that's okay, because maybe there's another class which is way more aligned to what you want to be doing. So rather than focusing on some of the things that don't go well and seeing that as a failure, thinking like, oh, actually, that's a real success because it worked better. It's going to work better for you. Have that trust and hope. So finding that balance. So that's it. You're reframing. Okay. That's your task for reframing. Identify your limiting beliefs. Recognize it's you that's saying them. That you wouldn't say that to a friend. Normalize that it's okay to feel like this. Okay. It's okay to feel like this. Everybody feels like it. It's okay. And to celebrate your successes daily. Now, the next part of this, the final part, is to get some support. If you can't find a way out and you're finding it really difficult to move out of this headspace and it's really stopping you reaching those goals, or maybe you haven't even set goals because you feel too anxious to do so, you really can't see the light, get support. Okay, there's those feelings for support. There's people out there to help you with your feelings and to get support. So the way I have worked through my feelings of imposter syndrome and how I move out of it, even when it comes up for me now, after 10 years of teaching it coming up for me now, I see it as a scale and a balance. Okay, I have feelings of imposter syndrome, and on the other side of it I have my soul purpose, my messaging, my mission, my vision, and my community. And that is way bigger. There's so much more going on there than the feelings of imposter syndrome. So imposter syndrome is feeling, I can't do this, I'm not going to be good enough, there's other people better than me, what if I mess it up, what if people don't like it? And then on the other side of it is my soul purpose, knowing that this is what I'm supposed to be doing, I know it. My messaging, knowing how to communicate, how to articulate what I want to share. My mission for my yoga business, and my vision for it. And this is so much bigger. And most of all, the community, knowing that there is support out there, or like yoga is going to help. So whether it's my yogi community that I teach hot yoga to, or my community here, the yoga teachers, or my community of private one-to-one clients, or all the different communities, I know that they need me more than I need to fuel imposter syndrome. Okay, so then the balance, this wonderfulness outweighs the feelings of imposter syndrome, and I come back to it time and time again. So it's all about that balance. And if you are feeling the same, embrace those feelings, embracing the vulnerabilities, accept them, and know that we are here together to support each other. You might need some support working on finding your vision, your mission. You might need support building your community, or you might need that mindset support to really reframe how you're feeling. And that support is there. So let me know how you got on. You can pop in the comments how you were feeling and if that has helped. I don't want you to be feeling alone in this. If you're watching this on the replay, just let me know how you're feeling about that. Do you find that it's really tough to reframe, or have you not thought of reframing it? You're a little bit stuck there. But do know, like, there is support. So I can support you in many ways. I can support you. I've got my yoga teachers mentorship program, which is just the most brilliant step out of 200-hour yoga teacher training. And so many teachers I've worked with have gone straight into sold out retreats, setting up courses, setting up classes, getting really confident in their teaching, advancing their teaching skills, and stepping into really knowing what their message is, their vision, their mission, and feeling really empowered. So it's the perfect step post 200-hour yoga teacher training. Or if you did your teacher training a few years ago and you need that extra support, we work through all sorts, SOS for social media, creating your vision for your business. Like I said, we talk about working with beginners, one-to-ones, finding your speciality, your niche, the whole lot. So we work through so much and a lot of mindset work. I do have 2 spaces left. It starts in April. I've got 2 spots left for this cohort. If you would like to join, please message me, don't delay. And the other way I can work with you is one-to-one with yoga business coaching. And like I said, this isn't just like, oh, I want to expand and set up a retreat. We can help, we can work through that, we can do that, but it might also be that you want support with your mindset. So I hope that helps. There are many ways that I can support you, and just send me a message. Like, don't be a stranger, get in touch. I'm going to log off now, but I hope that's helped. So tell me how you're feeling. I'm here for you, and I look forward to seeing you in real life. There's so much going on. So just tap me up if you want to, join in with something that's coming up for all you yoga teachers. Have a wonderful weekend, my lovelies. I'm going to go back to my house and chill out after a very busy week. Let me know what you're up to too, and I will see you soon. Bye.